A little farther north along the coast to Point Pleasant, New Jersey. That's where we find our own Mike Seidel, and he's really getting battered by Sandy as well. Mike.
Hey, Vivian, good afternoon. Yes, the tide is coming in. The winds now gusting upwards of 70 miles an hour, and we've had a couple of waves already come right over this wide dune and come down here in front of the pool area. So now we've got a lake of seawater that came over the dune. So we've already seen that, and we never saw that this morning. An indication that the water is going to be even higher for the high tide around 8:30 tonight along the Jersey shore. By the way, if you're inland in some of the back bays and the estuaries, those nooks and crannies, the tide comes in later for timing purposes. No doubt if you're in a flood-prone area with a situation like this, you have already hightailed it to higher ground. Looking around the area, we're still seeing some shingles that have been ripped off some of the buildings, a lot of hotels and condos. And right here where we are at this hotel, you see some of the corrugated aluminum, a piece of gutter that was ripped off here earlier, right down here. Some of these gusts, as they whip through the buildings, are gusting probably even higher than 70 miles an hour. We're going to see more of this. Even though the rain may back off here in a couple of hours, we certainly will see more in the way of this minor structural damage. The real issue here on the beaches, not so much the wind per se, it's the water. It's the seawater and the rush in of this tide, this high tide, in about 4 hours. Look at this Atlantic, and by the way, I just walked out here, and there's a big cut in the beach. So we're getting beach erosion, but we're also, with the drift. But if you come down here, there's about a 3 or 4 foot drop off, where before we had a nice general slope. Here comes another wave. Look at this wave now coming up over into the dune. So we've got a long 5-6 hours ahead of us, and we could have, well, I don't think we'll have as many issues tomorrow morning. By that point, we'll have more of an offshore wind. So Todd and Vivian, we're taking the best we can out here. So far, so good. I'm able to, keep my footing out here for now. And the only thing that can hit me at this point is rain and sand and sea spray. Back to you.
All right, Mike Seidel. Really appreciate the work you do and the great work there from Point Pleasant, New Jersey.
Okay, huge impacts along the New England